would like to acknowledge that the Learning Center is located in Amiskwaciwâskahikan on Treaty 6 territory and within the Métis homelands and Métis Nation of Alberta Region 4.
Le Learning Center reconnaît le territoire visé par le traité numéro 6, qui est le territoire ancestral et traditionnel des Cris et des Dénis, ainsi que des Métis.
Please join us in expressing gratitude as we acknowledge this land as the traditional territories of many First Nations, such as the Nehiyaw, Dene Suline, Nakota Sioux, Anishinaabe, and Itsitapi. We recognize the many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit whose footsteps have trod these lands for generations. Hello and welcome to the Learning Center's 2021 Annual Gathering and Report.
Bonjour, bienvenue au rassemblement annuel et le report du Learning Center 2021.
I'm delivering this message on behalf of Aidan McEachran, the chair of the Learning Center Literacy Association. Last year, a global pandemic kept us apart. This year, we are together again, both in person and online. The pandemic not only transformed how we operate, but the worlds in which we live. As adult learners, volunteers, staff, and instructors, we have all been learning about ourselves and our communities at a time when so much is changing. From openings and new variants to reopenings and high inflation, we are all learning for change. The transition to hybrid classes was not always easy for our members, but flexible programming helped meet the learning, social, and psychological needs and wants of adult learners. Having the option to attend in person made it easier for some people to cope with the isolating effects of the pandemic. Thanks to the ongoing efforts of staff, volunteers, and partners to connect people and provide quality learning opportunities, many adult learners continued improving their literacy and numeracy skills. The Center's growing expertise in developing remote learning programs through the National Plateforme Canadienne de Formation à Distance, PCFAD, Francophone Adult Distance Learning Program, helped everyone transition online. Recognizing the importance of digital skills, we continue to provide laptops and other supports to adult learners who choose to participate in learning opportunities remotely rather than attend in person. In support of the United Nations International Decade of Indigenous Languages, the Learning Center will continue to work closely with the Bissell Center and the Center for Race and Culture to deliver Niya or Plains Cree language programming. Languages are not only tools for communicating, learning, and integrating socially, they also enable us to define our unique identity, cultural history, traditions, and memory. The Learning Center hired an Indigenous Programs Coordinator to manage and expand programming, including an Indigenous digital storytelling class.
The Learning Center Literacy Association has maintained its stable financial position throughout the pandemic. Vigilant oversight, continued support from our funders, and federal pandemic support initiatives have positioned the association to continue its core mission and work toward the vision of a vibrant, diverse community confidently exploring and using literacy. For the audited financial statements for 2021, please visit our website at TLCLA.org. We redefined our classes so they fit into one of three streams: academic, employment, or life, to make it easier for learners to choose the right courses for themselves based on their goals. Over the year, we provided a total of 1,958 instructional hours. We continued outreach programming at Alberta Hospital, Adaptabilities, Chrysalis, and Bissell, providing creative writing classes, literacy, and digital skills. The GED program was another success this year, and we were able to secure funding for implementing a GED testing site here at the center for the upcoming fall of 2022.
Like, this might happen because of...
Yeah, because of what you just read.
So we can eliminate some.
Let's do it.
Want me to read?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Can I read it? Oh, okay.
Okay, Edgy, go ahead.
Okay, one cause of the increase in carbon dioxide gas in the atmosphere is deforestation.
Yeah, nice.
Learning for change in a post-pandemic world means continuing our work in developing learning opportunities for adults seeking to improve their employability.
Hello, my name is Hamda. I'm the education coordinator here at Beyond Food. Beyond Food is a program that allows individuals to come in and build their employability skills. We do everything from interview training, resume prep, cover letter prep, job search, and so forth. We also go even further than that and actually provide tickets if need be. So over here, I take care of the educational aspect. So when we have individuals come in that need help with English or need help and guidance when it comes to what their educational goals will be, I'm kind of the go-to person. That's my primary role, but I also do help people one-on-one improve their employability skills. So it's a great resource for people to come, especially ones that don't really understand what the Canadian job market is looking like and how to kind of get their foot in the door. We are an all-service sort of employability area or organization, and yeah, so that is a little bit about us and what I do.
Okay, yeah, hi, my name is Ged Program, and I've been a volunteer here at Beyond Food for the last 2 to 3 years. I think the thing that I like the most is the diversity of the people that I get a chance to work with, and the fact that the people that are coming here for our assistance really seem to want to expand their lives and make a better life for themselves. And the fact that I can help them do that gives me a great deal of reward. My main thing that I do is I help people write their resumes. I interview them, I show them how to do electronic job searches, and we screen them to determine what it is that they require and how we can help.
En 2021, le programme francophone au Learning Center a pu encadrer plus de 52 apprenants, dont 70% ont atteint les objectifs tracés. 20% sont en mode stagnant et 10% demandent une assistance particulière pour qu'ils arrivent à leurs objectifs. Nous signalons que l'année 2021 n'a pas permis le déroulement régulier de nos activités prévues à cause de la pandémie COVID-19.
Operation and function of the Learning Center each year is our volunteer force. In 2021, we saw some great collaborations with the U of A's Community Service Learning volunteers. Their contributions ranged from individual tutoring, organizing resources and aiding instructors, leading a virtual Readers Theater project, and developing a Frarian-based climate emergencies adult learning curriculum.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Gérard Alain Sili, je suis camerounais d'origine et je suis arrivé ici à Edmonton il y a presque 2 ans. Les jeunes qui sont venus pour me dispenser des cours d'anglais ont quand même permis que j'avance un tout petit peu dans ma communication en anglais. Et aujourd'hui, je cherche encore même d'ailleurs, d'où si je n'avais pas trouvé cette qualité d'enseignement de ces jeunes qui s'y mettaient parce qu'elles s'investissaient vraiment pour que je puisse quand même causer anglais ou bien écrire anglais. Non, ça se passe bien. Non, vraiment sans langue de poste, ça se passe bien. I like here because it's ameliorated my English. I was coming here, don't speak little English, but now I speak little. When I come here, I take the book. I speak with Olivia. He speak English. He's ameliorated my English.
My name is Trevor Phillips, and I've been a board member at the Learning Center Literacy Association now for about 4 years. This is my second term. And I joined in 2018 when I moved back to the city to start working at the University of Alberta. I feel passionate about adult education, obviously. I think that the Learning Center Literacy Association provides an essential service to our community, to folks looking to upskill their training, education, and overall it is just a really safe and supportive environment for delivering adult education in the community through community values and through community partnerships. I'm just really proud of the work that the center does. I'll be on the board as long as the center will have me. I love contributing to our board community. We have some strong board members, great representation from across our community, and it's a pleasure to serve on the various committees as well as have a stake in the strategic mission of the center. So I'll be a board member as long as they'll have me, and volunteer in a variety of events across the year in support of learning in Edmonton. I'd always known about the Learning Center from being a citizen of the city and knowing family members and friends who'd accessed the learning programs, but it was actually a colleague of mine from work. We'd worked together for Alberta Future Leaders, and he was a staff member here at the Learning Center and recruited me to be part of the board. And I'm grateful for his recommendation and him bringing me into this community, because it's been a wonderful time ever since. I think one thing that I've learned in being a board member of the Learning Center for the last few years is that for really unfortunate reasons, there's always threats and attacks to access to education in this city, especially for folks who are seeking adult learning opportunities. It's so frustrating, and I think that's what's so amazing about the staff here at the center and the board as a whole, is that we're constantly seeking to find solutions to these threats, whether it's a global pandemic or austerity budget cuts. No matter the threat, there's always an opportunity, there's always a solution to a problem, and we put the student at the center of that solution and that focus. And so what I've learned is the resiliency of offering education service in this climate and in this region under crisis, and that's been really valuable. When I am at community events or in my job or even in my personal life, I'm always promoting the programs and services of the Learning Center, not just as my duty as a board member, but I think as a fan of the center and its programming. I'm always, as a proud Métis person, completely supportive of the Indigenous programming here. The Cree language classes are particularly something that I'm fond of. And so I always see the role of the Learning Center Literacy Association in our community as a vital one. Providing community-based learning opportunities is essential to the strength of any community. Access to learning, access to books, reading, writing, resources, that's essential. And I think that we are a stronger community because of the Learning Center.
At the Learning Center, we strive to constantly learn how we can do better, to be better allies, to help build community, work towards real reconciliation, and to hold space for others and their stories. That is why our door is always open to friends and colleagues. These are some of the organizations we've had the pleasure of working and sharing space with.